Hi guys, Steve here, welcome back. On the last episode we found our oil fields, we built a few mega bridges, and we've got one conveyor pipeline of oil back to the base. On this episode I'm going to extend the bridge sideways a bit so it's easier to get a truck down, so I can drive backwards and forwards at will. I'm going to put a second conveyor belt on, and hopefully I'm going to build the oil power plant back where I mine it from. So I'm going to continue doing that and then see you in a minute. Right, I've widened all the bridges to 2 wide. It's a lot better, makes it safer. I've started putting a second conveyor belt on. What I'm going to do after that is connect power lines from my main base all the way down here to where the oil comes out. Because I'm thinking of doing oil power plants down here. That'll connect up to the main one, so I don't have to have another conveyor belt system, and the power will just travel by the electrical lines. So I'm going to carry on extending these conveyor belts. And when I've done the power lines, we can start working on actually using the oil. For now, I can't learn oil power plant because I don't think I've got enough oil, so I'm going to have to make some biomass, fill those generators up, get more oil to my main factory, then do the tech tier for that. So I'm going to carry on doing this and see you in a minute. Right, I've extended the second oil conveyor all the way back to our main base, and that's being collected in these storage boxes at the moment, so I've got some oil to play with. Then I'm going to have a conveyor coming round here, and this will be my oil production line. Hopefully I have enough room. I can always extend it sideways or to the end. Right. Let's see what we're going to need. I'm going to put some oil refineries here. Probably 4 to begin with. See how that goes. Let's go down. See what we need to build next. Well, let's check the research.
This mycelia can be used to create fabrics. The derived blueprint is now accessible in Hub Tier 1. Additionally, R&D has requested extra samples to determine the cause of an anomaly.
Okay, let's get that going. Don't need that for now. Right. I would like to build a fuel generator. Right, I need computers, motors I've got, and I can make a heavy modular frames as well. Let's see what else I can build. That's the alternative circuit board blueprint. Scroll across, can make fabrics out of biomass. Don't need those for now. Right, I want to lock in fuel generators. Right, let's check the research, and I'll show you my circuit board production line.
This type of mycelia has strong healing properties. R&D has created a blueprint you can access in Hub Tier 3.
Let's see if I've got the resources to... I don't think I have. Right. Oh. Let's see what it's unlocked for me. 2, 3. Medical inhaler. I could learn that. But let me show you my circuit board production line. So I've managed to get 4 oil refineries up here, just. Remember, both the oil production lines going down here, the conveyor belts. The oil's being stored in there at the moment. And then we have that going in here. That's been split off into 2. Then the top one will be split off into those 2. Right, let's connect the power. Should have enough. Don't know how much she's used there. I've selected plastic on both of these. Then we have a plastic coming along here. I've altered this copper wire, so I've put a splitter here, so you get copper wire going into there, and then going into that assembler, then copper wire going into this assembler, because I wanted this constructor to be split here, with copper wire going into this assembler, combined with a plastic. That makes circuit boards. Got no power at the moment. There's so much plastic's coming out. And the same on this one. So we've got 2 circuit boards being made, and they're going to be stacked into here. Let's connect the power up. Filling up with copper wire. Hopefully that'll be enough. If not, I can always split it off here, or have excess going across to here. Some circuit boards, and they're being stacked into there. Now let's see how much power has been used. Wow, that's quite a lot. Let's see what happens when I connect the other 2 up. They're hopefully going to produce rubber and fuel. That's going to come out that conveyor belt system. Right, what I want to do now is connect this entire factory up with oil pumps right on the other side of those mega bridges. And I want to do that because I think as the conveyor belts are taking too long to bring the oil to us, so the excess waiting oil can be used to power an oil power station. So I'm going to go back to the oil drills, oil pumps, and build a power station there. Right, this is how I'm connecting the power cable. Drive past the first one. Stop at the second one. Put a foundation down. It's a bit fiddly that far away. And drive to the next one. continue doing this all the way back to the oil pumps. So we'll get a steady supply of oil. Then, when I can build the oil generator to get extra power, I can send that power back to the main factory. So I'm going to continue doing this. There we go. That is now connected up to the main power supply of the main factory. I can delete these. But let's just test. Yeah, that's fine, I've got enough. Don't need these anymore. Let's make that neater. Now we have 2 lots of oil being pumped out. See what happens when this gets to full. Shouldn't take that long. It'll take it a while to get all the way back to base there. So what I'm going to do is build oil power plants here. Don't know how big they are. I think they're going to be quite big. If they don't fit down there, I'm going to build them out here. Let's pick those mushrooms up what I dropped last time. Maybe build a factory, well, a row of power stations here. Okay, so that's done now. Right. You see how it's stopping? It's producing. And it stops again. That's dead time, and I can use that extra oil to, I'm going to split it here and here, and then bring the oil back down here and build a power factory, power plant. Working well, and I'm going to go back to the factory and try and work out how to build computers with what I've got. If you walk on top of your conveyor belts, you run faster. So I'm going back to my main factory and I shall see you there. Right, on the way back I've noticed that this coal miner switching itself on and off, and at the moment it's taking too long for the coal to get to the power stations. We have 3 power stations there, 9 at the main factory. So what I'm going to do is replace this conveyor belt with a faster one, and hopefully that's enough to power my factory, because at the moment I don't think we've got enough. It's just using too much coal at the moment and it can't get there fast enough. Something really good that I just found out is that this is a Mark 1 conveyor belt and this is Mark 2. Instead of deleting all the Mark 1s, all you have to do is select Mark 2, click on it, and it replaces it without having to knock it down. And that is pretty darn good. I'm impressed with that. Well done, devs. Right, I've replaced the coal conveyor belts. The power's shut off again. I'm using too many factory machines. I'll turn that back on and see how the new conveyor belt system works. Right, we have a perfectly balanced amount of coal going into the coal power generators. So the power won't shut off anymore. The level 2 conveyor belts helped a lot, making everything twice as fast. We have oil coming in from the oil wells. That's going over here. Into the oil refineries, being converted into plastic. That's getting joined by copper wire into these assemblers, and they're creating circuit boards. The production line's just been started up again. Right, now we've got to work out how to do computers. Right, we have circuit boards. Plastic, screws. Right, we can make computers by hand. Then, just need 3 computers. I've already got the motors, and then we can do the manufacturer, which looks pretty huge. And that will go somewhere over here, and then I can join everything up to it and it'll automatically make computers. So I'm just going to get the ingredients for that, build some computers so I can get that built, and I'll be right back. Right, I'm going to need even more power. We have 9 power generators there and then another 3 there, so we've got 12 this side. I've actually had to switch off this oil refineries, this one and this one, because that took us over the power we were actually generating. So what I've done is build another 6 coal power generators this side. I'll just go down there in a minute, because on the production side we're going to need 2, maybe 3 or 4 manufacturers, and that takes 55 megawatts each, so that's even more power we've got to produce. So I've put 6 coal power generators there. I've put the conveyor belts here as Mark 2s, and these ones are Mark 2s, but this one I've put to Mark 3s. Because it splits off here, I don't need these as Mark 3s. I think this is a perfect balance. And if we go down to this drill, it's forming the exact amount I need, and the belt is moving it away at an exact speed, so there's no stop time. So that's perfectly balanced. Now what I've got to do is work out where I'm going to put the manufacturers, and they're quite big. I'll show you how big they are. Now these can produce 2 things at the moment. I've got 4 intakes. It's like a huge 3D printer. One outtake. And it can produce heavy modular frames or computers. It needs 4 components down at the bottom for each one. Now I'm going to put the heavy frames going to be produced this side, and then the computers this side. Now I'm not sure if we're able to get 2 computers built, but for now we're just going to go for 2 manufacturers. So I'm going to work out where I'm going to put this. I'm not sure if I should put it on another level so it will all go back up and work its way back. See what is the best position to put these in. Right, it's about a day later. I managed to get everything building. It's a bit messy, but it's working. That's the main thing. I've got one manufacturer here that's producing heavy modular frames. Then another one over here which is producing computers. Now both of these I've got on conveyor belts coming out to be storage units, and I might have another conveyor belt taking it down that end because I'm going to have to take everything out of here, well, the items it wants, and put them into the tech upgrade on the main hub. Right, let's start from the end and work our way backwards. We have plastics. We needed 4 things: screws, plastics, cables and circuit boards. So we've got plastics coming down here, going into a storage area. It's empty at the moment, and that's being produced with oil. Oh, while we're here, let's do this one. I've got that producing rubber. That's being stored in there at the moment. I don't need that. Not right now anyway. So we've got plastics here. And we've got another plastic being produced here. That's coming along over here into this assembler to make circuit boards. And that needs copper wire, which is being built from these constructors. So we've got one constructor there, one constructor there, both making copper wire. So you've got plastic going in there, and you've got another plastic being built here, going across here. So you've got these making the same things, circuit boards, and you've got these 2 constructors giving those 2 wires. Now if you go back, the copper wire is being produced, follow it back, from these smelters. Copper wire offshoot there as well, and the copper is coming in from this side. Like, remember, we've got all the stuff coming in there, so I've had to do a bit of an intricate conveyor system to get everything spread around the base. So plastic, plastic, plastic. That's just normal plastic, and this is these 2 have been made in circuit boards. Then you've got circuit boards, some have been stored in there. I've got these 2 merging, so those 2 assemblers making circuit boards, these are merging in here, then that's being fed into this manufacturer. So we have the plastic sorted, and we have circuit boards sorted. Now for the wire. The wire is being produced from down below, so I have to go all the way across here. Luckily I had enough room and I planned it to have like a stacked conveyor belt system in the middle of the factory here, so I can have everything coming down from below up through the middle, and I can shoot it to the right or the left. So we've got wire going across here down to there, and then as you can see I've added more of a conveyor belts there. So the wire comes down from here. Oh, that's rotors. There you go, that's where wires are coming from. That's being produced. The copper wire being converted into cables. Cables going along here. Being stored there. Then going up here, round, up, round, and back where you saw. Let's get back to the top again. Well, actually, while we're down here. You've seen the rotors come down. It takes longer for them to build. That goes up as well. Alright, we're back up top. So we've got plastic. You've seen how the cables are coming in, and you've seen the circuit boards being produced. Final component are screws. Now they're coming from over this side of the base. It's a bit messy, but I'll neaten all this up later. Just make sure to get it working to start with. So this is a Mark III conveyor belt. The screws are being made here in this constructor. They're being made from iron rods. The iron's coming in from here. From this smelter, and again the ore is coming from this side of the base with the main conveyor belt. Now this ore is being split into two, and the other ore is being split into two. That goes off as ingots across here. And that will feed this production line, which we'll be going to in a second. So the screws go all the way from this side over here, and they're being fed into there to make computers. And you can make two things at the moment: computers or heavy frames. Now there's a gap between each screws, but it's actually been fed enough. Just because I've reset it, that's why it's emptied. And then the computers come out, and they all get stored here. So I've got plenty of computers now. Now let's go with the heavy frames. They're being stored here. I've just got a conveyor belt going down there, so I can pick them up all at the same place. To make these heavy frames, we need modular frames, steel pipes, encased industrial beams and screws. Now this one takes more screws, but let's start off with the pipes. So we've got the pipes going this way. Another bit of a complicated conveyor belt. They go over here because these are the leftovers from the production line, which I'll show you as we get here. Let's go this side. Right, we've got forgers making steel. Steel comes here into constructors. It's making steel pipes. This one's making steel pipes. On top of there so I can show you. So it comes out here into a splitter. Now that feeds this assembler. This was a bit tricky. This one comes in, gets split, and goes into this assembler. Now this is a merger, so it's taking all the leftover pipes from here over here on this central conveyor belt system, down here into this assembler in the manufacturer. So that's the pipes. Next we have the modular frames. So they're coming from across here again, central conveyor belt system. I'd advise putting enough space for a central conveyor belt stack system in. Have to redo this oil pipeline. So the modular frames go down there, back into the roller coaster, all the way down to here, and that's where the modular frames are being produced. I also got leftovers here. I could split these if it runs off. Have these coming out, merged here, and then they're going up. I don't need that for now. I'll go back to the manufacturer. I've shown you the steel pipes, I've shown you the modular frames. Next, encased industrial beams. That comes from here. This is a merger. It's taking the beams from these two storage. Any leftovers being stored there. Then you've got these two assemblers making the beams. A bit low on concrete at the moment. Speed that up later. And the beams are coming from these constructors that are being made by steel, and the concrete is being produced by these constructors, and the limestone is coming along here into the main, what do I call it, tram system, conveyor system. So that's coming down there. Into the assembler, into these, the beams come out, into the merger, along this conveyor belt, into here. Now I finally was able to use that iron from that main conveyor belt system. Final component is screws. They're being fed in here, merged from these two constructors. Then you've got screws being made from iron rods, both sides. Then the ingots are being fed from these four smelters, which you have to build. And these smelters are being fed by two ore deposits coming down here, split into those two, and then that's being split into those two. Right. What are these producing? Then again we've got the ingots coming down here into this one, making rods. Then this one's converted into screws, which are going all the way down there. Now I've got one iron conveyor that's not doing anything. To take up the slack, I could merge it with this one, but I'm going to have a bit onto the side. I've already added one square on, so it overshoots the base below. but there's no penalty in doing that, so I might do it later if I need it. I've had to redo the oil conveyor belts, so they're on these stacking poles now. Taking those with 2 oil and the copper. Copper comes down, turns around into here. And that's being made into wire for the circuit boards. Then the oil's coming down here. I've removed the storage which was here. Curved around into these 2 here being split. Making plastic, plastic, plastic and rubber. And they come out into our manufacturers again. And that's where the factory is up to at the moment. It's a bit complicated. I've got it all working. Just. I can tweak it now, make it more efficient, make it neater. But that's it for this episode. We've managed. On the next one, I'm going to be taking all the different components, computers, heavy frames, and upgrading the rest of the components and building that huge truck. Let's have a look what we can actually build. So the things we've got left to upgrade: Tier 1 fabrics, that'd be easy enough. Tier 3 medical inhaler, heal me up faster than eating seeds, hopefully. I can got everything to build that for that order. Tier 5 I can for that order. Tier 6 I can now fill that one, and that will unlock fuel generator, conveyor belt Mark 4. I'll be getting a 5 inventory slots and a jetpack, which would be nice. Gas mask, filter. Then vehicles, truck. That looks a big boy. I'll be able to. I've made everything there, so I'll be able to build a truck next time, which I'm looking forward to. It looks a lot bigger than normal. Anything else? I'll build a truck, go exploring. And power will be the, where is it? Fuel generator, and I'll be building that at the oil well site. And because that site is linked with this power grid, any extra power will be get fed into my main factory. Well guys, that's it. Thank you for watching. Hope this gives you ideas. You only can really tell where to build your stuff once you know what the end tier is. Oh, let's go in here while we're here. Anything? Fabric? Nope. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe if you've not already, and click the bell icon to get notified of when I upload next. There's links to other videos at the end. Comment on what you would like to see. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you again. Goodbye.